All right, FunGRFX.com and Bulletproof Traders, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in action. Today is Thursday, and I want to touch base on an existing position we have, dollar versus the Swiss franc. This one's really deserves our attention. It's been quite some time since last time we touched base. And you probably remember, dollar Swiss franc, we've been active, very active on the dollar Swiss franc for a long time now, right? If I jump quickly to the weekly chart just to refresh your memory, we started off when price action was at 84.50, 0.8450. We were here calling out a potential upside reversal, full-fledged upside reversal, and we started to chase this upside trend pretty much right from the get-go. And we knocked off a few targets already along the way. We had a secondary target at 87.15, long and gone. And then the primary target, 90.80, was also knocked off a few weeks ago. But we also had a contingency plan with one more target, the last, our last destination, which I also defined as a bit shaky because it is the last stretch. At the end of the day, we have reached our ultimate key level, which was 90.80. But I felt like we might be able to squeeze that lemon all the way to the end by taking the previous major high, which is also a Fibonacci, happens to be right near a Fibonacci projection key level. So we're talking about the 92.40. We talked about 92.40 being one more profit target that we can aim at, right? Now, having said all that, I have to admit it wasn't easy. We're still, you can see where we are, right? We have 3 trades in, and price action is coming from below. Currently, on paper, we have a loss on this position. But we're not done yet, right? Patience is a big virtue when it comes to trading. And the reason we haven't touched base with the dollar Swiss franc was mostly because there was not much to talk about. There was not much to write home about over the last, week or so, right? Because pricing was on the back foot. Now, it was on the back foot, but we knew that there's a very good chance it wouldn't be able to break back below 90.80. Once reached and got broken, 90.80 turned, or supposed to turn, into a solid support, giving price action, giving the potential of more upside potential here with the dollar Swiss franc, which we talked about. We feel like it's going to 92.40. But yeah, there was about 7-8 days where price action was on the back foot, and it managed even to cross below 90.80. Now, this cross below 90.80 is only visible on the daily chart, right? So we know the daily chart can be very noisy. That's why we always verify moves and decision-making process by the weekly close, right? Let's take a quick look at the weekly chart and see how it looks like for the dollar Swiss franc with regards to that 90.80 level. That is really our stop loss, to be honest, right? We have a stop loss. Obviously we have a real stop loss order sitting at 89.70. But our mental stop loss is 90.80. And if price action is going to slide below and it's going to start basing itself below 90.80, we're going to run for the exit regardless if our stop loss level got triggered or not. But again, we need the weekly close to verify whether price action is breaking down or just picking up support from that 90.80 level. Guess what I think is happening right now, right? You can see there's a very interesting pullback, very promising pullback, let's put it this way, off of that 90.80. So price action, even though spent a few days below 90.80, now that we're getting closer to the end of the week, you can see what's happening. It's pulling back up. So this is not a legit breakdown we're talking about. For now, it's just a fake breakdown. And it's now being exposed by that little spike that's getting longer and longer by the day. So I feel we're still very much in the game. That's why we have kept the position intact, right? We didn't take any trade out. In fact, we're going to start getting ready to get even more aggressive, because with the first sign of price action starting to turn back up and getting further away from that 90-80, that's going to give us confidence to fire off even more trades into the mix. At least one, potentially maybe even two, before we hit the target. Our stop loss level, which was 89.70, was far away enough, right, to keep us safe here. With that downside drop that we've seen over the last week or two. Our stop loss level we were placing it at a reasonable distance from price action, just to make sure we're not going to get stopped unnecessarily. Alright guys, so that's our update here with the dollar Swiss franc. I'm really looking forward to see how today's going to end up, hopefully above 90.80, and tomorrow we'll kind of piggyback on that positive momentum and end up also positively. That's where we're going to start thinking about increasing our position size even further. Alright, so there you go, dollar Swiss franc, interesting situation. We'll come back to this for sure, keep you posted. In the meantime, wishing you a nice trading day. I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care.